one with your mind. Where the truth might shine through before clearer.
Well, we've had some guests. Hey, Colin.
A friend of a friend.
Hey, Cody.
And we both wondered when we would see you again.
Hey, Pee-wee.
And it's no surprise I'm in the Jon, the Phil and Jon Zone. I'm in the Jon, the Phil and Jon Zone. I'm in the Jon.
What it looks like on my screen when I'm getting ready.
Everybody,
I left my hair so long.
I'm in the Jon, the Phil and Jon Zone. I'm in the Jon, Phil and Jon Zone. You get your fill in the Jon, in the Phil and Jon Zone.
Week 161, folks. Friday, August 4th, 7 o'clock p.m. Here we go.
Everybody.
This is what it's about. This is the show. This is the Phil and Jon Zone. Welcome to the zone. I wanted to see what the whole computer screen looks like whenever I'm getting this stuff ready to go for you guys. Real quick.
Hi, Jon.
Throw it up to Pee-wee real fast. Hey, Pee-wee. That was hit me kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. That hit me kind of hard. That was a tough one. But number special. That's the special show 161 bicycle painted up. We're giving that away live tonight on the air. It's an NFT. Whatever that means. It costs a lot of money. That's all I know. And now that we're here, now that we're in the zone,
Did you know that Mr. Pee Wee Herman, whatever you think about him, that he knew he had it for like a long time? He had the big C. He knew he was dying. He didn't bring it publicly.
No, he didn't tell everybody. He kept it to himself.
I'd do the same thing if I was.
It makes you wonder.
That would be me. Anyway.
That's how you would handle it. Well, let's not going to handle that this way. Either way, welcome to the zone, folks. It's Friday night.
Hi, Johnny.
Phil hit me up. He still wanted to do a show after all the 161 weeks of the show.
Yeah, I wanted to come on and say hello.
So we're back. We're back to say hello, to say what's going on. I'm going to do a couple shares real fast and get some people in here from the other places and see what we can do tonight. I know I got 5 records picked out. I got some stuff to talk about. There was music in the news.
Yeah, there's a lot of music going on here.
Yeah, there's a big show tonight at Tinley Park. I just found out about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the music land out here. Lollapalooza's in Chicago.
Oh, and Lollapalooza tonight too, huh?
Yep, and a great show, really affordable, is Government Mule playing Floyd.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yep, out here.
Oh shit.
So much music, great music going on. I wish I had a helicopter to go out see all that stuff. Great stuff going on.
Helicopter to get it. I told you I was looking into I'm looking into what you call so I got distracted. I'm done. Looking into the Warp Zone technology. We're gonna get that figured out. If anybody out there has a connection or knows a teenager who is can do Warp Zone technology, get a hold of us, send a message. Because me and Phil want to hang out more often, but we can't always hang out whenever we're that far away from each other. Hey, Chris Johnson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you out there. Chris Johnson checking in right away. Good to see you in the zone, Chris. Good to see you. Welcome back. It is Friday. We're kind of on schedule a little bit, at least for the day of the week. Now we're back to Friday again, we were so good for like 162 weeks or 145 weeks. We were good. Friday, 4 p.m. Then we kind of got this summer. We just kind of let it go. I get it. I mean, it was a good. It's been a good summer so far. So.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy because I don't understand, but I understand what we're doing this long because I was looking all the rocks I used to paint. I'm backtracking and getting all the rocks. I painted a rock, and all the rocks that That's a lot of rocks, dude.
Was a lot of rocks.
That I painted for every show.
I remember the video we did for that middle ground there somewhere in the...
I caught up.
Hey Netta, what's going on? Later is better, says oh, I can find that video. Here we go. I found
Hi,
it.
Netta. Hey, Dead Man's dog mom.
That's not it. Okay, hold on.
Life is so finicky.
Life is so
I wish I could
interesting.
but my backyard was pretty cool tonight. But there's so much going on. I wish like my buddy Richie Peters, I wish I could narrow it down to
Do.
and I have them all.
Yeah, that was a video we did that night. Kevin stayed with you that time.
Yeah, I wish I can hang with people. I don't want to broaden my horizons, you know.
Yeah, that thing tonight is actually, I found out it's Jason Bonham too.
Yeah, Jason Bonham and Government Mule playing Floyd.
People went and saw it last night.
It's not right up the block. I mean, it's an hour away, and I don't like traffic and stuff. Yeah. Wow, I did all this. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find something so quickly if you
we have Lollapalooza. We have Dancing in the Streets in Chicago. I'm in the burbs out here.
Netta said something. Happy belated to Phil. Phil, we had Phil's birthday this week, a couple days ago. We talked briefly on his birthday, just briefly. I guess it was Monday. Was that when your birthday was?
Well, it's past, so you got to wait till next year.
So we'll wait till next year. We'll wait another 363 days.
Hi, Netta.
And we'll do that. So yeah, Randy Steingraber says cheers. Netta says Phil, happy belated. So yeah, thanks for wishing Phil happy birthday. Makes us feel good.
Belated? Well, she's too late. That means, you know, I don't like that bullshit. She's too late to wish me happy birthday. That's too late.
I used to kind of wish people a happy birthday on the day after their birthday.
I don't.
Well, intentionally, just so that I could, make it feel good after the birthday. Because Facebook is kind of overblown on your birthday. It goes crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
it goes nuts. People know it's your birthday. It tells you it's your birthday, and it really.
Well, I appreciate all that, and I appreciate all. Yeah, yes, it was my birthday, and appreciate all that. Don't give me back stuff, but thank you, everybody. Just give me a big hug.
He said today online that it's 30 days till Shoe Fest.
Yep.
30 days. Just like a few days ago, it was 35 days. I thought that was getting pretty close. Now 30 days. So I've been working on some artwork. I can kind of show here in the background.
I know you gave me a synopsis of the show or your poster already. So yeah, they asked me, what am I doing for
the big poster has been designed. So the small poster I'll still work on in the weeks to come. But the big one for Shoe Fest that's behind me on the drawing board. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, we're in the zone. It is.
Here's the lineup, and I already know what I'm doing for the big letters for Shoe Fest. The color, at least.
Do you know the colors? Did you get the colors? Oh, I didn't send you the colors yet, did I?
John, I'm going to tell you right now. Hi, Liz Blur. Don't get no codes.
Here's the good news. No codes.
I can do whatever I want.
Well, Colleen already brought the paint, so we don't even have to worry about that this year. It'll be waiting for us when we get there.
I can't. What color paint did she get?
Do you want to see the colors, or do you want to share it to save them? I'm trying to see where they're at.
Well, I already have a color in my mind, so it better be the color I want. Otherwise, I'll get it, which I will.
Well, the colors.
No, don't share it publicly. No.
I won't share it publicly. But it's like blue, a different kind of blue, yellow, and
yeah. Okay. Okay, I can't say it. It's going to be powder blue and dark blue. It's blues.
Now the poster I made is got a lot of colors on it, but I use their blues. I
know you give me a little tease of that.
Yeah. Little elephant blue and like that yellow and that kind of orangish color, brownish. That was the other color. It's kind of orangish brownish, like natural colors. So we'll get out there. We got to do some painting, get the sign. Yeah, the more birthdays you get, older you get, the more mixed feelings you have about birthday, says Chris Johnson.
Yeah, I've had a few people ask what color or what are you gonna do this year in the letters? You know those Shoe Fest letters?
Mm-hmm.
I just paint over them. I never know. To this point, I mean, I just paint over them every year.
Well,
And
we don't have too much of a plan going in. We just get the colors. We make it happen.
I
Then.
do it in one day, 2 days.
Yeah.
That's the point of it.
So I
To
started
be like a spray painter, to do it fast and do it.
to be able to just walk up and do it. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Mead, what's up, buddy? Good to see you on there, bud. Good to see you out
Who's
there.
on there?
Jimmy Mead, Jimbo, Big Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, Big Jim. So yeah, we were just doing a little review tonight of our some past shows. We have clips from the very first Phil and Jon Zone tonight. We're going to share here in a little bit.
Are you really?
Yeah, we'll share. We'll just make it random. We won't even know what the clips are until they happen, and then we'll try to explain the clips
I
after we watch
really
it. So after we watch the clip,
well, I have a lot to say.
you have a lot to say. Well, say it. This is your platform for that. But anyway, we got clips from the very first Phil and Jon Zone.
I went to see Barbie last night, so.
You went and saw Barbie last night? Are you serious? Wait.
You mean, am I sure?
I said, are you serious? I want to know. Was it good? Let's talk about Barbie.
Yeah, I went with Laura and her girlfriends to Barbie. Yeah.
Did you dress in pink?
Well, hold on. It's not our segment yet.
You started the segment up, unless you want to skip it and go to records, but I don't think we're ready. We'll save records for a little bit.
I didn't bring any record.
Oh, you said you found some.
That's right, I did. I went to the stash and
Waylon
getting
Maccabee.
records ready for Shoe Fest. I think there's
Who is this new fella, Waylon Maccabee, who's checking in on us? Jimmy Mead tagged him, and he popped right in and said hello, and it says I can follow him. Wonder who this fella is. Waylon Maccabee. Good to see you on the zone out there. Hey, Bob Hagerman. Good to see you too, Darkstar.
Hi, Bob.
Out there, you know what? We got so much good in the world, it's hard to find it. Sometimes it's just everywhere. Everywhere you look is good, and you don't see all the good because there's so much good.
It is great to people watching. We do what we do. We talk what we want. We can do whatever we want, as Phil says. I appreciate everybody's if you're watching. I really miss you all. We should give you all a hug.
Oh, Jimmy, I remember your friend. Yes, that way.
You're all my friends, even though I have no clue why you're my friend, but
because nobody else would be my friend, so I picked you, tricked you, thinking I told you I was cool, and then whenever you started thinking I was cool, then
I saw something. I was looking through some Shoe Fest coming up. There's the lineup.
It's coming up.
I saw something when the first time I met you, John Griffin, and it was pretty weird to because you are a famous artist. I'm not anything. I'm just, but I saw something when I was going through a bin at Nipper Sink.
Damon Scruggs is watching. What's up,
Hey,
Damon?
Scoob.
Remember Damon from Louisiana, our keyboard friend, our keyboardist friend from Louisiana? Damon, you remember him?
No, I do not. I probably
You
do
remember
but I do
him.
not. Hi, Damon.
Great big guy, played the keyboard, did a bunch of jazzy great stuff.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yep.
He's watching the show tonight, so good to see you on there, Damon. Good to see you,
What
man.
up, man? What
This
up?
is what we do. We're still doing this 161 weeks later. We're not sure why anymore. We're kind of at this point. We're just running on empty. We're like a Jackson.
Well, we
Brown.
do it because I need someone to talk to. It's sort of like my mom. And my mom's really old. She's still alive. She needs someone to talk to. And it's pretty much, I'm doing it publicly, which kind of crazy, but we just ramble on.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's the format. Ramble on. Led Zeppelin. Our two our friends tonight are going to see a Led Zeppelin show at the Government Mule Show. We'll help you have a good time. It was, I have a show in the morning to set up for. I could have drove to Tinley Park, but for me, it's like 3 hours to Tinley Park, and then it's a ticket and it's driving home
Okay,
afterwards. And
here's a bad thing. When you say ours or anybody, think about it. When it says, think about it. I'm trying to say in my version, when you say hours, it's a negative thing because hours means time. Think about hours. When you say the word hours, that means something negative.
because time is negative, you think about time. You don't want to talk about
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Time is only valuable on our planet.
Yeah, I think time is negative when you bring up time, like hours. It's going to take us a half hour. It's going to be an hour. That brings up negative vibes. Just do it without saying the word time.
So no, you can't
That
say the
makes
word time.
sense.
This is like the Pee Wee Herman show. The secret word for today is
Hi, PB.
time. Remember the secret word? The
Yeah.
secret word for today is the.
But it's better than time.
Yeah, time. See what's become of me.
Never say time. Never say how long.
Well, okay, so it's
Well, some
it's a
people
shitload of
like how long.
miles. It's a shitload of miles to get there for me to go to that show. And I do a show in the morning. I'm supposed to do. So, time is the first form of slavery. Time is just a measurement of our planet's space travel adventure. Time is just we're only measuring what's happening right here on this rock, not what's happening outside this rock by any means. And time only goes back 2,000 years to when they started counting, but that's not really when they started counting. That's when they started to start changing how they would count. And they would say that was when time started, but it's not really when time started 2,000 years ago, because time started like a zillion years ago. But somebody in middle time decided they were going to say, okay, we're starting over again. From here, we're going to start counting again. So you're right. Time's kind of messed up. Whose idea was time?
If you think about the word time, time is not really a good word.
Time could mean anything.
Don't say the word time.
What about Morris Day at the time?
No, just don't say the word. Just think about it, John.
Did you ever go get records?
Yeah, they're right down here.
Okay, because I think we do records. It's getting heavy. We don't have time.
Time is a bad word.
So it's not time for records, folks. Let's do at least 5 records. So if you've been watching over all these weeks and all this long time that we've been doing this, let's see.
I just said time's not a good word.
Okay. So I'm going to try not to say the word time anymore. Okay. Hey, Mitch Crass, what's up, Mitch? Mitchell, good to see you, buddy. So let's do some records. Let's talk about records. Hopefully none of them have the word time in the freaking title of them. We're going to get in trouble. I'm going to start with Lobo. You ever heard of Lobo?
Nice hairdo.
Sometimes it's interesting whenever he does have kind of a nice hairdo. Now that I think of it, kind of look at my hair compared to his hair. So tonight is based on hairstyle. So you see, Lobo and I have the same hairstyle. I'm not sure what the record has to do with anything. Of a simple man. Somebody wrote their name on it. I love that. Recycle Sally. I like that. I saw a song called Recycle Sally, which I'm afraid to know what Recycle Sally is all about. So if I shade, I got kind of the Lobo thing going on here. Coincidence is not, folks. What's the coincidence? I don't know.
All right. This is
What's the significance?
Joey Magic Buttons. And I was told to, because there's a phone number on the back. We're supposed to call it. God.
Oh. But you haven't called it yet?
No, you're supposed to call it. 415 922 0971. The phone number's on the Elm. I just wanted to see what happens. Great cover. It's 70 years old, this album, and the color is popping. Look at that.
That didn't get played a whole lot. That wasn't in heavy rotation on the radio station, I don't think.
But again,
You got polka in your blood. You go way, way back with polka.
No, it's the color. Okay. Did you call the number?
No, but somebody might call it that's watching. Car ass. Oh, car ass. Mr. Car ass, not Carass. Okay. Car ass. I'll never forget that, Mr. Car ass. But I didn't know how to say it, but now I do. Country Guitars by Phil Ball. It's
Hey,
kind
it
of.
says Phil.
It does say Phil, and that's kind of the reason I did it. And he's got this
I
great
want
guitar
that.
on the back. There's him in his all his glory, but then here's him with his guitar, and it's kind of got art on it, on the guitar. Like he wrote all over the guitar, it looks like. It's pretty cool. I can't tell what it says. Something about...
I'll trade you.
Yeah, it says Phil Ball on the guitar.
It's
So the
like
guitar
trading,
says
like
Phil
baseball
Ball on it.
cards.
So I thought that was kind of cool, Phil. It's
I'll trade you. I'll trade you a Moody Blues
Oh,
for Phil.
you can have a Phil Ball if you need Moody Blues.
Want to trade albums like baseball cards?
That'd be pretty cool. Like we bring over 20 of your albums you want to get rid of, and I'll bring 20 of my albums you want to get rid of, and we'll just like swap them out.
Dude, I went through stacks today. It was not even.
You're like, oh, I need 3 albums for that album though. That's
I went through stacks.
Karis. Okay, okay. Karis. Hey, Karis.
I went to my
Karis.
friend. We
Hey,
got to go.
Mitchell, you know I love you, dude. You don't have to tell me how to say your name. I don't usually say your last name when we're in public. Karis. Like Peter Karis. Peter Karis. Meow. Bethy heard you calling, and he can't come home right now because him and the boy.
In my toolbox, I usually have a bunch of stuff, but I'm right.
I will say it again. Beth is my favorite Kiss song. I'm the lamest Kiss fan ever, but Beth is my favorite Kiss song. I guess that's how you tell who's cool and who's not cool. Beth.
Whatever floats your boat, dude.
I ended up at Bluegrass and the Grateful Dead, so that's probably why I liked Beth as my favorite Kiss song.
Well, I don't really know. You know what? Basically, I'm a rock and roller. I like rock and roll. I'm a rock and roller. I love rock and roller. I'm a rock and roller.
True, man. Def Leppard, not,
Well, no.
Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
You got to minimalize life. I talked to my mom.
True though, right? Van Halen, not Van Hagar, right? You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, well you're up. I think. Oh, wait, no, am I up? No.
Well,
Oh, you showed Moody Blues. Was that your next album?
Moody Blues.
Is that some kind of code? Are you putting a spell on me? Sacred geometry?
Yep.
I love it. Well, I'm going to go from there straight to Hawaii. Because I got
But the point is, it's so thick, it's like a piece of plywood.
The Don Ho show. Live from Hawaii. So live Don Ho concert. He had a great voice.
Yes, he did.
I would
My
say
dad.
The romantic new vocal sound of the islands when this came out. He was like, "You've never been to Hawaii? Well, now you want to come." Tiny bubbles. Anyway.
Classic album, great color, main event, Barbra Streisand, and some famous actors. And I mean, some of the albums that I get from my friends, from record stores. Thank you, all the record stores get. I'm just saying, there's so much. It's not that I like the album or whatever. It's just I get a lot. So one of them I'm not painting on. I want to give people. Thank you.
Because whenever they give you records to paint on, you always find good ones that you end up keeping.
Yeah, and I won't paint on them.
And
I want to give them to people who want them. Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot of that on. Yeah, exactly.
So that's one of them. I got a couple more. Yeah.
How about this one? Dawn's album. Dawn's new Ragtime Follies featuring Tony Orlando. Has anybody seen My Sweet Gypsy Rose? This was you heard of Tony Orlando and Dawn, right? Well, this is Dawn's record. This is like the Peter Criss album, but it's Dawn's version of the Peter Criss album. It's really cool though. I like the old. They put all these old posters on the back.
That was the album of the first threesome.
What's up with that mustache? He does look like he starred in some of those movies. You're Oh, this is 161 weeks, folks. If you're watching this, you're in for something. You're in for a real treat.
Blue. Cheers.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is still going on. Still enjoy it. Oh, Jeffrey Blackman's making tri-tips.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Dinner time there.
Hey, Jeffrey. Okay, this is Marlo Thomas and Friends. I love the colors. That's parakeet green, and I love the blue. And I just love art. And I wish I could give some of my friends some of these albums, because if you're watching the show, I mean, some of these things are just, if you hold them, they're pretty cool. I mean, to look at them and feel them in the color, it's pretty cool.
I've shown this one before.
I paint on some of them, but some I don't, and it brings flashbacks of life, it is life. But memories and stuff like that, from childhood memories to rock and roll. So go ahead.
So this one here is also a kids album, kind of like what you just showed, but it's a little different version of a kids album. This is a kids album from the late 70s, Sesame Disco. Now it contains such tracks as "Me Lost Me Cookie at the Disco" and "Disco Frog," "Doing the Trash." So you can imagine he sings those songs. And inside is the interesting, like I know whose idea this album was, because you got kind of the regular old guys up here in the corner, and it goes across. You got the kids. There's Kermit. But then we get over here and we see, what is Cookie Monster up to? Cookie Monster had been eating them disco biscuits. So yeah, disco for kids, folks. Disco for little kids, for children. Great band on this. A huge amount of instruments and musicians produced. And Jim Henson, of course, legendary Jim Henson. Maybe one of my top 5 favorite people in all of time. Jim Henson. That would be definitely my top 5. Shel Silverstein, Jim Henson. Huge off the bat, but
you would be
Seuss, Salvador Dali, and Phil.
My last album would be actually my favorite season is winter, actually, or fall, winter. It's songs of Christmas. I love Christmas, so anyway. But anyway, it's just a great album. It's just a great album. I have tons. I love I don't know.
I love it too. I think it's easy to love that stuff. Christmas is great. We love Christmas, and that's how we do 5 records here on the show.
It's my dog.
Well, it's 5 records. We showed over 1,000 records in the show, so if we do the math, okay? We're showing at least 1,000 records in the show. It's a lot of records. What we're gonna do now is let's see what happens here if I just pick a random moment in the first ever broadcast of the Phil and Jon Zone when it first came out, and push play and see what happens.
That is one of my favorite bands.
You haven't made any announcements at all, though. There hasn't been any
But
announcements.
we haven't told anybody anything.
No.
In my opinion, it would have been it will be, or would have been the best lineup to date.
Yeah. Man, that's kind of depressing. That's not a great share, because that's just Matt talking about how they weren't going to have Shoe Fest. Man, it's been 3 years, so we're going back to the very first show. We're talking about what were we thinking that night when we did the first show. We were definitely not thinking about this is going to be awesome. I can't wait. It was heavy stuff.
What?
The first show we did.
I don't even.
Can you think back that far? We've done a lot since then. We've done multiple festivals.
100%.
We've done 100 more shows, and
it's just the memories of what you and me have done. I just it's like a time warp. Just what you posted, just a glimpse of what we have done, and some of the people that come on our show, and I hope everybody enjoys what we do.
Random show poll. Let's pull a random show number.
I'm cooking chicken wings tonight. I'm smelling them now. They're about almost done. I marinated my chicken wings tonight. Who's going to Shoe Fest? Or there's a bunch in between. Let's not talk about festivals.
Hey, I'm Bill. I'm John.
I was going to share that one real quick, and then we'll get back to the conversation that we're having. I think was
let's have another conversation about.
This is week 18 here now. We were at a festival. I think we're at Sugar Creek. This is the Sugar Creek that happened in the year 2020.
Don't meet us out. Hey, I'm Phil. I'm John. And welcome to Phil and Jon Zone number 18. Number 18, live from Benton, Illinois, Sugar Creek. Sugar Creek. How y'all doing? Music Festival. Yeah, here we are. We're out in the country doing our show tonight. We don't own the rights to any of the music playing in the background. We have no control over it. It's playing over some speakers that we have no control over. The portraits haven't been as prolific.
I've been seeing a lot of the Jerry's.
There hasn't been as much prolific portraiture lately.
Anyway. So our show is just as boring then as it is now. So I'm glad you're watching now, I guess, to see the new stuff. There was a good moment in that show, I remember, where we started singing. And then we got up and danced. And, like, maybe that's one of my favorite moments of the show, if I go back and think about the memories we made just doing this silly show. And then tonight, I wasn't.
The funny point is, I think it's funny. I like cows. Ooh.
We could just talk about the show on the show. That's what we do. We talk about the show on the show.
The show about the show. That's funny. It's like the Smothers Brothers. Here's my cow. I like my cow.
Is it silver?
No, it's a cow. I like cows.
Well, is it hot where you're at? Should do a weather report. Is it hot where you're at?
No, it's funny when you have to. It's like the. It's kind of. But I wish everybody whoever is watching, was here with me in the backyard. It's not big backyard. It's really small. I don't care what it was. I wish you all were here with me. And you too, John, because I don't see you that often. And I'll give you a big hug and just smile, because don't worry about that or this or that or who. Everybody just enjoy your life. Make it really really simple. Don't ask questions too much. Don't just watch, smile.
There's a picture of our friend Damon, but we're gonna watch this.
Well,
Hey.
let's see. Where was
That's
that?
one of my favorite.
Well, oh, come listen to my story about a man named Ted, a Texas senator just trying to get ahead. And then one day when his state was filled with snow, he hopped on a plane and he flew to Mexico. Cancun, that is. Warm weather, drinks with umbrellas. Well, the first thing you know, voters yelled, "What the?" Drinking on the beach while your constituents are stuck. When the time came to explain what he did, he took a deep breath and he blamed it on his kids. They asked, that is, school's out. Why take a trip with friends? the Cancun carpetbagger. Here we go. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Ted and all his kin. And we would like to thank them all for kindly dropping in. And if he asks if there's a lesson that he should know, it's don't skip town while folks are cold and dying in the snow. Stranded, that is. Sliced up on your street. Stood in 10-degree weather. Boil the water you can't drink that doesn't come out of the tap with the heat you don't have from the stove that doesn't work because the electricity they got taken away by the people who got rich not preparing for the last time, then blended on renewable energy and voted in the middle of a crisis to raise your rates. Y'all come back now, you hear? Hoppa! Oh man, I love playing the outro song.
So yeah, that's our friend. Man, that was a trip that night. That he.
It is classic, dude.
Oliver
It
Stack,
is
one of our favorite
It is
shows.
classic.
He just happened to come on the show that night and just blew our minds and played for hours. He played for a long time. Kept us going. That was awesome. We should probably try to get more guests again, I guess. Now that we're doing the show and it's not COVID.
We haven't had any guests for a long time.
Not so much. We had Jake.
I don't
last
think
week,
anybody
but-
wants to come back on our show.
Oh.
But it's not like I do believe they can, but they've never asked. You are the boss.
Well, I think I had spent time learning or investing in that when we were home all that time. But then once we weren't home and we could do stuff and people were out having gigs, it was harder to get people that wanted to come on to do Zoom stuff. I'm still paying for Zoom since the beginning of this crap, and I'm about over it. I'm about ready to just shut it off. But then there'll be no more show unless there's another way we can do it. But I'll pay for it forever, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm screwed as it is. But the idea is that support your applications. But we're still doing this, and we're still doing the show. So we have some kind of affection for appealing to these people that are watching, I suppose, and making sure that a couple of our friends have stuff to do on Friday nights. Who maybe they didn't have something to do on Friday nights before COVID, and we were all like going somewhere every Friday night, like, oh, it's Friday night, and they weren't. And then COVID happened, they were home anyway Friday night, and then they picked up our show, and it became their Friday night. Now, you can go back and watch the reruns if we're not on. Some of them are much better than the live shows. You can also fast forward and delete and cut out parts you don't like of the rerun shows. But the idea that tonight we're sharing some snippets from old shows. That was show number 42 that we had a snippet from there.
Well, most people should not be watching the show. If you're watching the show, you got problems. You should be somewhere else, eating dinner, making love, going to a show. If you're watching the show right now, you got problems. In other words, I have problems because I'm doing the show. You should be at Lollapalooza in Chicago. You should be at Dancing in the Streets in Chicago. You should be Decatur at a pizza place. You should be making love with your woman. You should be doing something instead of watching this show.
Yeah, I agree. Woman and or man, depending on your preference there. But the idea is that
if you want to paint, you can paint with us.
Phil and I just want to talk. We may paint. I don't know. We could paint, but I don't know. We're only 37 minutes in tonight, and it's already treading water.
How many minutes? You got a
37 minutes. We've only been on the show for 37 minutes. 38 minutes. I have another clip lined up here in a minute, but we're going to share it.
Actually, I had a thing before I got a little bit high, but I can do it. I have 37 albums. I was going to do a live painting of each album. Every band that's... I have to do it real fast. Each band. That's how I do it. And I have to do each album. That's how I start. You just gotta look at the album in a quick.
Chris Johnson called bullshit on something. I'm not sure what he called bullshit on, but
I like Chris. Chris goes.
Well, he's one of our best constituents here in watching the show and stuff. So we've been doing the show for a long time, folks. Many moons. Many moons. I mean, go back to Who was one of your favorite guests that we had, Phil?
You?
Oh, that's nice. I was going to ask if you remember.
It really was.
We had, hey
It
TJK,
really
what's
was,
up,
John
buddy?
Griffin. Really, it was. I mean,
Ah,
um, you know,
so okay, so he's
mine
defending
was
the show.
you.
He's defending the show.
No,
Chris
no, no, no,
Johnson
no,
says
no,
that
no, no.
it's not a waste of time to watch
Okay,
the
then
show.
Todd Snyder. All
There's
right.
value. We
Anyway,
never had
I
Todd
talked to
Snyder
my
on the
mom
show.
about that. My favorite guest was you. Because you don't understand. You think, no, that's kind of a crazy thing. It's you, John. Thank you very much for having me along for this ride. Well,
Week 82, we had no guest. I'm just opening up shows randomly now. TJK, you were our favorite guest, but of course you were. You know, we have no guest night, so we're doing this is a Halloween special. We had Pete Jive on for Halloween. Oh, we had Eason on for Halloween too. We may not show those clips. I don't think we were legally allowed to show Eason anymore. I had Black Eye on Halloween. See if you remember this, Phil. I got punched in the eye today for that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you bring it up. A lot of people do drink and can handle a lot of people. Sister's kid, well, her sister and her.
This is our good friend Pete Jive, folks. Hey, Pete, how are you, buddy? He's going to connect the audio. Let's give him just a second to get himself situated. Anyway, these clips are not good. We should have maybe done some talking about these clips before we started looking at them. The Black Eye is good, though. I have to say that Black Eyed Chicken. Take a quick break. Phil, come on back. We'll do an actual music clip here of our good friend Wavy Dave.
He sold fresh fruit by the bushel, the pound, or the piece. And I heard him say that the special that day was a ruby red grapefruit from Greece. Well, I heard him repeat, it was tasty and sweet. 'Twas then he started to boast. Well, I tasted that grapefruit, but it was still sour. I guess ruby reds ain't much sweeter than most. And it's like Mama said, my son, use your head. Don't believe everything that you hear. Keep a skeptical mind, and I think you will find that people aren't always sincere. Well, the girl in the skirt, she sure likes to flirt with every man in the room. And when it comes to my turn, my heart still does burn. Sometimes you may see me swoon. Well, she calls me up drunk, and she tells me she loves me, but I think she's just having fun. 'Cause when she gets sober, the romance is over. She can't remember one thing that she's done. And it's like Mama said, my son, use your head. Don't believe everything that you hear. Keep a skeptical mind, and someday you will find that people aren't always sincere.
Anyway, my folks, that was our good friend Wavy Dave, Burlingame. Another verse of that song. We got to get back to the show.
Yeah,
We're dragging ass
people,
tonight.
That's when people liked us, I think.
You know, there's no way I could tell you what show that Tater was on. He wanted me to play the Tater show, but man, I can't remember what week that was.
You know, I woke up a couple times thinking about what we do. or just, and it kind of woke me up in shell shock, like when Wavy Dave or whatever are going, wow, I'm a
want to be
part
on
of
our
it.
show, Phil.
Well, it is. What was the thing I said yesterday or today to Laura about God, I got to get it straight about these people are
I'm pulling the chicken wings.
I just turned them off. You hungry?
No, not even close, but I don't want them overdone though.
Warming up for my bathtub show, you know. I'm trying to.
Want to come on the show?
No.
We're still live.
Our good friend Mike
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mike Lynch from Canada, folks. That was one of our good highlights from the whole year too. Was Mike Lynch coming on our show and playing songs for us from Canada? You remember that, Phil? Like the Cowboy in the Bathtub. So we done some interesting adventures with music.
Come up, say hi to Dad. Say hi, everybody. Come on. Oh, sorry.
Hey, Chester. Hey, Scoob. Chester's on TV. Scooby, look, Chester. Scooby's got to get a haircut on Sunday. He's not looking super forward to it. He's getting really kind of over
You're on
shagged.
TV. You're on TV, Bobs. Come on, you're Chester
looks
Berry.
good. Chester looks good. So
Good. He's my best buddy. He's my best buddy.
what else is coming up? So tomorrow I'm doing an art show. I'm doing a show here in Decatur. Play that bluegrass shooting star. Mace Hathaway, we love you, buddy. We love our good buddy Mace Hathaway.
Hi, Mace. Beautiful thing.
Oh, he was talking to Wavy. I forgot. See, the show's moving so quickly now. We went right to the dog segment. Mace checked in to say hello. I was thinking about this up this weekend. I've got an event coming up tomorrow.
I think Mace is underrated. Yeah. Hi, Mace.
Mate, you can talk about Mace. What do you think about Mace? He's watching.
I think he's underrated. Every time I see him, I've talked to him a few times. I think he's fantastic. I think he's underrated. I love Mace. Hey, Mace, love you.
I got to see him last a few weeks ago at the Rumble Down. Great show, great sets. He sat in with these different musicians, did all this crazy.
I mean,
every time I saw him, it was with different group of people playing. It was really wonderful to see.
He's got a good soul, and he's in my well, obviously, John, you don't like saying that word, and I call it that word, and he's in our cult.
Oh, I thought it was a different.
I like the word cult. I like the word cult. If you have another word for it. Cult is a bad word and a good word. But he's in our tribe or cult but no, I think I'm in his thing, but it's a beautiful thing. I really I think he's underrated. Yeah. I love you guys. Great conversation. I remember him at a few times. We talked for a minute or two. And the people he knows, yeah.
We love Mace. We love you, Mace. It's good to see you out there in the world.
Love you, Mace. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Tomorrow I'm doing North Street Music and Arts Festival, which I just read on the flyer. It goes from.
We're going to Nordstrom's? Going shopping?
North Street Music and Arts Festival here in Decatur on North Street. They're going to close up part of the street downtown till midnight, 2 p.m. till midnight. I'm guessing we're near the Doherty's area. If you know where Doherty's is, folks.
Right. I'm gonna go make a cocktail. I mean,
all right, we're gonna go international now. We're gonna bring up an international star that we had on the show.
Yes.
See if he'll do a song for us. Hey, Mike, how you doing? You want to do a song for us?
I get all worked up with these bloody things. You know, our opening song tonight is kind of like a classic. Like I should be tap dancing through this song. Yeah, we just have this crazy idea. Like Patty made this huge. Big, like her set this week is unbelievable. It's like this amazing set right there in our bathtub. It's just fantastic. It's freaking, it's out of this world. It's out of this world.
Can't wait. That's awesome.
But this happens a lot. pissed her off again. I was 3 sheets to the wind. I don't remember what I said, but I hope I never say it again. Everything's my fault, even if it's nothing at all. She'll rage like a river till the fighting starts again. And life just don't seem fair. I used to be her teddy bear. Now I'm just some drunk old guy losing my hair. I used to be lucky in love. Now I can't get lucky enough. She'll rage like a river till the fighting starts again. Can't seem to get along no matter how I try. Always the same old song, I'm wrong, she's right. I'm wrong, she's right. I'm wrong.
Seriously? You know, folks, I probably got it doing too much. That is a good pause right there for our good buddy Mike Lynch, folks. Bringing up Mike Lynch, if you ever get a chance to check him out, he's a cowboy in a bathtub out of Canada. But I pushed too many buttons at once. It makes it think. It can't figure it out. North Street Music Festival tomorrow. That's what I'm doing. I don't have too many windows open. That's what's going on. Anyway, folks, that's what we got there from our friend Mike. We'll get back to some more of that stuff if we can. We do these crazy shows, and we get people from all over the country playing songs and coming and sing for us. And we just got lucky to make the friends we did when we made them. Oh, man, there's so many. I'm just flipping through some now, and there's just so many different songs. I bet this not playing right now.
I'm hanging out with Phil, Jon, and crew. I'm making bubbles. I'm making noise. I'm getting rowdy with the boys. I wasn't gonna rap when they threw me a bubble on this sugar cricket hanging at the Phil and Jon Zone.
Yeah, Omar. And they're still sound checking after 4 hours. Might be the band, yeah. I hope, because if they're gonna play the Don't Do It. Don't do it. Don't break my heart. Hey, don't break my heart.
I sacrificed to make you happy. I did nothing for myself. I can't remember the rest of the words, but it's something along those lines. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh yeah. Don't break my heart. Oh, don't do it. Ah, you got to break my heart. Yeah, good enough. Please do it. Don't break my heart.
Phil and Jon, Phil and Jon, number 18. Earthquake! Swing!
I couldn't show you the rest of that. It was a copyright material, but that was pretty incredible stuff there. Those moments from the Phil and Jon Zone that, there again, somehow we saved them. We got them. TJ I'm not sure. These shows are just coming up at random right now. I don't have it organized enough to know where each show is. I'm just picking them at random. If you remember what week it was, I might be able to pull it. But
Well, I don't like you doing that because it's like memories, like it's over with.
it's not over with. It was so good that we'll probably just do it again twice in a row. We're going to do it again at the end of the show. We're going to show that clip again because that is one of my favorite clips from the Phil and Jon Zone of all time, just of us singing. Other than we can do whatever we want, I mean, some of the clips are better.
Wait, we should have a sticker like that. We could do whatever we want.
Folks, we want to make some stickers, but we don't have them. We have the funds to do it, man. It's like $300 for stickers. I just looked it up.
No, that was crazy what you wanted.
It's too much for that for that many stickers. We need to find a good sticker source that a couple $100 we can get.
But the boss said if we did that and what you quoted me at, if we did it, it'd be like yeah.
Yeah, if we did it,
How big are their stickers? We're talking publicly. How big are they?
Like probably
Coaster?
like ideally like that, like a coaster.
Coaster size.
Yeah, maybe a little
Three-
smaller.
$3 a piece.
Well, whatever you could get for them, you know. But we could do a campaign where people can pre-order them. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. I like what you're doing, but you have nothing. You got to put something in there. It's all my artwork. It is totally.
I was looking for my look for days. I went to the barber shop and I said, just do this. And they did, the Lobo. Anyway, Lobo special. Well, as far as that goes, any other clips you guys want to watch, you have to find them. Go back into my old videos. There's a YouTube channel that's Phil and Jon Zone. And it's just got
We have an
massive
archive
amounts,
that makes us seem like
massive amounts of shit in it.
You know who's in Chicago right now? One of the greatest guitarists of all time,
Government Mule?
John Frusciante.
Oh, is Red Chili Peppers playing tonight?
Yeah. Not tonight, but they're in town. They're at the Lollapalooza. It's Sunday, but my buddy, he's in town. Well, the Chili Peppers are in town. I get yeah. Wish I could do everything. I wish I had enough panache to do that. But Chili Peppers in town. My buddy John Frusciante's in town. One of the greatest guitarists of all time. When he plays with Peppers, yeah, Chili Peppers are headlining Lollapalooza, I do believe, on Sunday, and we got Dancing in the Streets tomorrow and a bunch of music. I love music. That's the reason we did this, because I like music. And Chili Peppers are in town at Lollapalooza. It's you know.
Dude,
I look at all the bands. Billie Eilish played last night or the night before, and I love music. Yeah, but John Frusciante, when he plays, he's got a lick, man. He's one of the greatest stars, man.
The Shoe Fest shows from last year, TJK. Those might just be on Facebook. They might not even be downloaded yet. 'Cause we did those live on Facebook.
Yeah, Shoe Fest is less than a month
TJK, why don't you just get our phone or plug it in and come play a song for us right now? I'm seeing online right now that there was a night when we had the Phil and Jon Zone, week 32A, which I don't know why there's a
32A.
and look who's at my house that night, which is kind of shocking to me. Eason is at my house.
Hey, Tom Dean.
Eason is in my studio that night.
Yeah, John. Tripping, right? Nice work there, man. That was really fun.
Me, Bongo.
Really cool. Love it.
What are you doing, Tom? What you been up to,
Dr.
bud?
Bongo?
I had to make Draughter's Bongo right away anyway. So we're just a little throwback tonight to some of these clips from the show. I'm digging through some of the earlier shows. TJ, I know that show's out there, but I don't know where it's at. Like I said, I'm just opening these around. We had the Bernie sisters on our show.
Who?
Are you kidding me? We had the Bernie sisters on our show before they broke up.
Yes, we had the Bernie sisters on our show. Yeah, put them on.
Do you think I should? Is it copyright?
But it's up to you.
Do what you feel. Yeah.
Well, sure. Okay.
Everybody else be quiet.
There they are. Oh, that's so beautiful.
What do you think? Call me when you get better. Okay.
Right there.
Can you hear it all, Phil?
Thank you.
I thought it was different. I thought you were ready, but how could you possibly be when I'm not myself? You're grasping at nothing, and I'm pulling straw. You don't make me happy, and that's not my fault. Call me when you get better. Call me when you work things out. I'm only getting
video could be worth. That's an original video.
And you're wasting precious time. Call me when you're better. I don't want you to save me, 'cause that's something you do. I don't wanna be your middleman. Just break
That's how you look
through.
like on there. Okay.
All this talking is crazy, 'cause I can't hear a thing. I don't wanna work things out. All I wanna do is leave. Call me when you get better. Call me when you work things out. I'm only getting older, baby.
He waved at it. He waved at her. I just
Well,
did.
we did.
And
We
you're
did it in the show.
wasting precious time.
I'm sure.
I am the way. I don't.
Call me when you're better.
I'm very blunt. I have.
Call me when you get better.
It's like when I went to the bar and there was.
Call me when you work things out.
We don't know where these kids are going to go. They're going to get big. They're going to be Billy Strings of the future. Molly Tuttles of tomorrow.
I look at.
You're wasting precious time.
I did hear that one of the sisters took off on her own already.
When you're
That's what I heard.
Oh man! Wow! Yeah, awesome. I see the youngest brother and sister there now.
Yeah, she's back here now.
So that's fun. So these are the things that happened on our show. We had Autumn on that night too. Oh, that was another Halloween show.
As I meet these famous musicians from John Griffin to Molly Tuttle to Billy Strings, people I've met, and John Griffin to Molly Tuttle to the girls. We just
Like one of our
say
guests.
hello. Just say hello, and I love you. Give you a hug, and we're all good.
Well, there's one show in number 23 where our guests were Brian Flick, Tom Harmon, but it says Bilbo Baggins, and then it has Tommy, Abstract World, and Jake Willis all at the same time.
Properly.
Chaos. Anyway, we did a lot of crazy. Oh, and Matt Robinson came on that too. See, man, we have had some good shows, Phil. I don't know where you went. We lost Phil. Where is he? There he is. Okay, I got 20 things open here.
You know, when it comes to fall time, when we're in downtime, we got to get some musical guests. I will get musical guests because I do know a few people.
Oh, I'm in full agreement on that.
I probably know more than you.
Full agreement there.
Well, I didn't mean to say it that way, but I know Todd Schneider. Do you know him?
I've never met him.
Yeah, I'm just.
Folks, it's in the contract that we say.
In the fall. I mean, summer's not over with. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. Yeah, something's gonna come up.
She had Jordan.
Joe's not gonna die. I mean, if I die, that's fine. You can still do the show, but we're gonna get some musical guests. I do believe in the fall and the winter time, which is my favorite season, believe it or not. Fall, winter.
Fall, winter is one of my favorite seasons too. Fall, winter.
Autumn.
We had Autumn on the show before. Nate Bargatz. We had a lot of people on the show that I don't remember having on the show, even at the beginning. I'm looking at the top 20 episodes right now, the first 20 episodes. Oh, that's got a great shot of you at the beginning. I just want to show you the shot. And see, as I pull these files open, so I've got all these files. This is number 15. I'm able to cruise through them real fast and see what happens. We had the boys from Alabaster on that night. And see, and I decided to go watch the whole show real quick. Okay, that was the whole show. All right. Now I'll pick a different one. And then we'll do the same thing where it kind of like... This is number 14. I like that you're upstairs, I think, this night. You're upstairs. Our guest was Mace in-house. So, speaking of Mace earlier, that's kind of cool. Let's see if we got a song from Mace. Train your finger muscles to stay there and hold tight, and go from place to place. It's very tricky, yeah. Our quality was shaft.
Yeah, Chatting just said Dirty played the high note. Yeah, they did.
Chatting was watching that.
Yes, we did. Great sounding room up there.
We missed the high note.
We're looking back, if you're just tuning in right now, folks, we're looking back at shows of the past. This is a show from number 14.
I got 2 plastic albums that are still done there. It says High Note, Pete Jive.
I have a painting of yours from that night. Yeah, very well.
Good job, Chad.
Yeah, we love the high note. That's always great. We like this.
It was one of the really great sounding room. I don't know if it was the way that the Masons built it, but there's something about the geometry of the room. It sounded so good.
And the back porch stage was awesome. You put a lot of work into that porch, the stage, yeah. I mean, the porch, the stage was a back porch. It was, yeah. But, yeah, Mace Hathaway, would you like to play a song for us, Mace?
Sure.
Mace is a musician. Hey, lucky us. He might play a tune for us. Okay. That's not important right now. That's what you're looking up. Mace Hathaway, folks. Just gonna scoot back.
What do we do here?
Whatever you feel like, bud. Got anything special you've been working on or anything?
Nice breeze.
Well, when I was just a little young boy, Papa said, son, you won't ever get far. And I'll tell you a reason if you want to know.
When I think of some of my friends who are musicians, like Nate, or Wavy Dave, or Sean Shield, or a lot of musicians, I think, and then people I take them for granted, is what I'm saying. Bottom line. My friends who are musicians, I take them for granted. It's that. And then they have other friends who think, you know that musician? Yeah, that's my friend. And that's my friend, and we're all friends, and I like that. I like that. We're all friends.
So it froze. The image froze. Our sound, our quality in week 15, 14, 2 weeks in, or 2 weeks before the show's in, and we were we had audio kind of figured out, but we hadn't figured out video yet apparently. It gets bad if you go back towards the beginning. The video was real bad. I know we had Vince Herman.
Baby, baby's gonna lose a sweet man. Pre-roll out.
We're gonna get some new guests in the fall. I'm gonna make it a
Baby's gonna weep well for a while. She go out and find another man. Don't treat her so in style. Judge said, son, I know your baby well.
I'm taking the computer upstairs and then upside the cigarette and then back. Come on, go upstairs.
We're going to keep sharing. We're going to go back to zone number 4 after this.
Oh, yeah.
We're just letting it flow, let people see what they got. And, you know, this is how we're going to fill time, folks. Just play some clips. I don't even know if you can even hear them. I don't even care. I'm listening to them.
Reason goes bad. Jelly roll, driving storm, same old story. You know it's been told. Some like jelly, some like gold. Many a man done a terrible thing.
Right, so we just cut that one right off. Didn't mean to. I've got too much going on as usual. So we'll see if it comes back or not. But anyway, folks, we're here for now, doing what we do. Looks like I might have lost Phil. That's alright. He'll be back if he wants. Oh, he took his computer upstairs, so he might have unplugged it. He'll have to start fresh. But anyway, we're showing you some clips from the shows in the past that we've done. It's been fun doing this show for 3 years. And we appreciate the people that come in and have joined us and the guests we've been able to have. And I mean, just so many. Jeffrey Blackman got us a half dozen guests out of California and the West Coast area, and we had guests from Louisiana, guests from Canada, guests from all over the place. But was that Nick Viano I just saw liking something down there? That almost looked like Nick Viano's icon. We are just happy to have who we've had on the show all these times. It says if it queues up, we'll let it play, but I don't think it's going to queue up because I got too much stuff open up on it. That's week 4. So week 4, we interviewed like one of our favorite people in the world. I mean, the stuff that we got to do, I'm telling you. But it's not going to play right now, though, because it's having technical difficulties. That's all right, because, folks, it's not everything's supposed to work all at once, you know. Anyway, I just hope it plays that video. I want to play a Phil again.
Live. All right. Check, mic, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm hanging out with Phil, Jon, and crew. I'm making bubbles. I'm making noise. I'm getting rowdy. I'm with the boys. I wasn't gonna rap, but they threw me a bone. This sugar cricket hanging in the Phil and Jon Zone.
Yeah, Omar. And they're still sound checking after 4 hours. Might be the band. Yeah. I hope. If they're gonna play the Don't Do It.
You have the same shirt.
Don't do it.
I do.
Don't break my heart. Hey, don't break my heart.
That show again. Anyway, that's what we do, folks. Oh, interesting.
I sacrificed to make you happy. I did nothing for myself. I can't remember the rest of the words, but it's something along those lines. Don't do it. Don't you do it? Oh yeah. Don't break my heart. Oh, don't do it. Ah, you got to break my heart. Yeah, good enough. Please do it. Don't break my heart. Phil and Jon show, ladies and gentlemen. Phil and Jon, number 18. Woo! Dance, woo! Earthquake!
There are occasions when I get Phil to dance.
Signing off. We're gonna let the song play out, then we'll sign off. Thanks everybody for checking it in.
Those are good shows. Hello, everybody. Hey, get the bike off. Hi, Pee-wee. Outside.
brought to you by the Riverview Mansion Hotel and Living Lounge in Wakanda, Illinois. Thank you, Tony Eckert, for giving us 5 minutes.
Hey, Tony, I
Membership
wish I
is about
could
to
up
wear
down
out.
there.
So
You're
if you
too
want to
far
sponsor me,
away. I
sponsor
love
us,
you so
sponsor
much.
us, you can. We're glad you
We'll do it in the fall, late fall.
Everything's beautiful over here.
I agree. So, folks, we'll throw back to week. That one was week 18, but we just throw some clips in there tonight just for we could have some fun stuff to show you guys and share with the
18. How many?
That was week 18. We're past 218 now. No, we're not. We're past 118. We're not 218 yet. Oh man, is that ever gonna happen?
I'm outside now.
Good. So tonight's show was brought to you by the Riverview Golconda Mansion. It was also brought to you by Tom Harmon 412. Harmon 412 on Internet Archive. Look him up. There's about a gazillion live shows out there that Tom Harmon recorded for us and got audio just for free, just floating out there on internetarchive.org. Look up Harmon 412. Go ahead and Google that. I dare you. Anyway, you'll find his music and tons of it. So thank you, Tom, for what you do. Thank you, Golconda Mansion, Tony Eckert, for having your space and on the Ohio River.
Hi, Tony.
We ain't going anywhere yet. We're just we want to check in with our sponsors every now and then, make sure that they know what's going on.
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah.
Lord, here's my garden. What a beautiful thing. It's my little. Where's my gourd? Got some stuff over there. Don't break my heart.
Don't do it.
Don't you? I have a beautiful garden. I can't show it all because I had like 14 varieties of tomatoes and peppers and my garden. I can't. I'm not a photographer, but I have a beautiful full thing. Here's my gourds are growing, and there's some kind of funky thing we all like doing. And don't you break my heart.
Sesame Street Disco album.
Ooh, don't you break my heart. But what breaks my heart is my tomatoes are starting to grow. The big one. All right. Let's get off the garden because I'm not a. It's yeah. Here's a little thing I did. Remember that?
I have one of
We'll go
those.
there in a minute. Shoe fast.
I have the other one of those. I have the top or bottom of that spool. Spool fest. So it's Friday night, folks. Hope you're out there having a good time. Hope you're going to enjoy yourselves.
Is anybody watching?
Responsibly. A few people, sure. Yeah, Chris Johnson's definitely watching. Jeff Butler's watching. Recently, Christopher Zwodniak was watching. Chad Balling, Jeff Simon, Roberta Lathan Lighthouse, Laura Boyne.
Hey, Chad.
Bob Hagerman, Chris Hunke, Jimmy Mead, TJK. All the people that have checked in tonight, thank you for checking in. Just Michael Vincent.
Yeah, TJ.
Lynn Keltner, Michelle Lamantia. Hold on, Mace Hathaway.
Hey,
I know there was another one too.
Great
Kim Moore,
tie-dyes.
Deborah Erickson,
TJ
Porter,
does a
Netta
great
Trone,
thing.
Wayla McCabe, Mindy Hahn.
Hey, Mindy.
I don't think that they're all still watching. Mitchell Caress.
I know. That's right. Hey, Mindy.
But yeah, lots of people checked in tonight. Damon Scruggs checked in tonight. We had them all over the place. Randy Steingraber. I'm just thinking these are all the people that are actually our sponsors, people that watched our show and then said something and made comments in the comment section. Farrell Lynn Molly even watched. So if you got a second to leave a comment for us, that always makes us smile later. And sometimes I read them, sometimes we don't.
I'm sighting.
Your sighting is very white.
That was very bogus view.
You should have the garden behind you, kind of probably. It'd be a good backdrop. But anyway, thanks everybody for checking in tonight on this show 161. 161 shows later, still participating in the zone. Some of you have been here a long time. Some of you have been here a short time. Some people came for a long time and then left, never came back. Kind of miss how Nick Rubio, he's checking every week, and we haven't seen him in a long time. But you can go back and watch the shows on Facebook through my videos. There's a zillion videos. They're all right there. And go back and check out the scene and see what we've done in the past, you know. So we're working on getting guests for the fall. So we're going to start signing guests for the fall in the next few weeks. So if you can send me messages or whatever, if you want to be on the show, we attract interesting bass players from the St. Louis area and guitar players from the Peoria area. And we attract people from the Chicago area. And then sometimes it'll be people from Eastern Kentucky or Tennessee or Canada or Uganda or California or Oregon or Washington or Michigan, I think, possibly, and definitely Louisiana. I want to say we had Texas. These are all the states where people have checked in from, and of course Illinois, tons of Illinois. So if you're out there watching, hanging out, it's good to see you doing what we do. And Phil is going to come back here in a little bit. He's going to finish out the show with us. I think we might do an alphabet game, but I'm not sure if he's immersed in that yet or feeling like that's what he wants to do. But we'll find out in a minute, won't we? Phil, he probably wants to take his pee, you know, because we used to always give him a few minutes to take a pee, and we say, go take a pee, it's all right, you know. But anyway, so this is what we do every week, once a week or so, we get together and do a show. Sometimes we even have hairstyles that were sponsored by 5 Record Choices. Again, one more time before we go out there. He's got a little more.
It looks like you.
He's a little younger. He doesn't have a deeper hallway probably as I do, you know, but Lobo. So anyway, do you feel as good as you got here before you arrived? Okay, that's a good question. Chad has a good question. His question is, do you feel as good as you got here before you arrived? So do you feel better now than when you got here? I guess is what he's asking.
I feel better than when I was there.
Sure, and back in
Chad, I do believe I feel better than when I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I pretty much I have to say I do too. Yeah, I wasn't sure coming into the show what we were gonna do. And it had nothing to do with the libation I had or anything. It was just time. It was chilling with Phil that did that. It's the best medicine you can get. Chilling with Phil. But yeah, so that's a great question for Phil. If anybody else has a question for Phil, we could have an Ask Phil segment. He's outside. He gets rather philosophical. Get it? When he's out in the yard. So if you would like to hear Phil get philosophical, you can ask him a friendly question. Phil, philosophical.
Okay, I'm gonna put the computer down. We have a segment here. We can have a segment in my backyard. Please don't do it.
Man, it's a lot darker here than it is there. Oh, I'm only a few hours south of you. That's really strange. Could be an optical illusion.
I'm a bad photographer.
Yeah. So the Ask Phil segment of the show, which is kind of ongoing throughout the whole show. If you have any questions for Phil throughout the show, feel free to put them in the comment section. And it can be anything. It can be a life-changing question or a favorite color sort of situation.
A life-changing thing?
You spoke in deep ways before that have changed people's lives on the show. You may not know it, but
yeah, I'll change your life if you want to.
Well, we don't need my life changed necessarily, but the idea that I appreciate that, you know.
No. But if you need some guidance, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because I'm old, and I'll tell.
Interesting. Here's a question about gardening.
I'll give you my synopsis of my opinion.
How about a question about gardening?
Gardening.
Like, why do my cucumbers get soft on the lower part of fruit on the plant? Why are the cucumbers getting soft on the plant?
It's funny we brought up cucumbers because I went and visited my mom. My mom and dad are still alive. I brought her to tomatoes and peppers, and she goes, "Where's the cucumbers, Philip?" I said, "Well, I use them all the time because they're right there, over there." Why? You got to water them because, like a gourd, and I have birdhouse gourds over there. See that big plant? That's my big birdhouse gourd. And that thing. It's about 14 feet high. You can't see that. Next to my marijuana plant. And over there is 17 different tomato plants. I'm making some chili tonight, actually. With my tomatoes, peppers, everything from the garden, except the beans. I do a meat thing and a meat thing and a organic thing. It's pretty dope. Okay, what was the question? Anyway.
That was a perfect answer.
They're over there. Pickles and cucumbers over there.
Oh, pickles.
And yeah. And the seniors I can show you. It's not a big yard, but
Oh, but Phil,
kind of
your yard. Monty Don would be proud to step into your yard. Maybe not. I'm sure you know who Monty Don is, but he's the garden master on TV, and he's amazing to watch. And he'll show you some gardens that'll just blow your mind. But your garden always reminds me of something that would be on his program, on his show. So if you ever want, I could get a hold of Monty Don, see if we get him on the show.
it's our buddy plant right here. The son of a gun. It's a blue thing right here. Here. Here's my wave petunias. Woo-hoo. Purple is my favorite color.
You got a lot of pretty flowers growing, Phil. A lot of great life there in your garden. If you're not sure who Phil is, folks, he's my good friend. We do this show together. We've been doing it for 3 years. We're going on 3 years. Someday we're gonna have shirts. Maybe I doubt it, but
No, we should. If I
anybody, a marketing person out there wants to come help us a little bit, figure out what to make
You know
this
what?
for a while.
There's Chester in the back. What Chester, what are you doing over there?
Scooby's just chilling tonight too. Scooby's just chilling tonight, aren't you, buddy? I gotta get Scooby to the groomer. A couple more days, but he's excited. So, do we have any more segments?
Okay, we could have another segment if we wanted to. ABCs. Let's do it right now.
ABCs of what?
Okay.
New artwork.
ABC is what we're grateful for.
Okay, what we're grateful for. I like that. ABCs. Oh, there's one more question that came in. Before we're going to start ABCs, what we're grateful for. We'll think about that for just a second, but there's one more question that came in. Should you ever tell someone what you think they want to hear instead of what you think? That's a pretty heavy question. No?
No.
Okay. All right, yeah. So always speak your mind. Is that what you say?
Right.
Yeah.
Don't say what you're supposed to think. Say what you want to think. Be yourself. I don't care. I mean, if you're watching the show, I'm saying the way it is. I don't really I always give up the attitude, I'm old, I don't care what the fuck you think, because this is my opinion. And I'm not gonna really change it because I'm old. But you should always have an opinion. But so I'm gonna get my opinion and I'm gonna tell you, and as I get old, it's black and white. So anyway.
Okay, I agree. So ABCs of things we're grateful for. Starting with A, I'm going to say the alphabet. Because if we didn't have the alphabet, we wouldn't have the alphabet game. And it wouldn't be as exciting to talk if we had no alphabet. So I'm actually pretty grateful for the alphabet, given that I apparently like to talk and listen to myself talk. So that was my A.
I'm thankful for bumblebees, a bee. Bumblebees, because I seen a few of them today because they're a dying breed, and there's a lightning bug, but that's L. But bumblebees, I love bumblebees in my garden. Okay, bumblebees, you're on C.
I'm grateful for Chicago Farmer and all the songs he brought to our attention that we get now because of Chicago Farmer. Quick peek. You know, Chicago Farmer in the field notes. What's this?
Oh, you're tricking us with your poster, John. Am I in there this year? I'm not in the cartoon book or nothing. I thought it was your friend. I'm not in nothing.
You're not in nothing. That's true. You'll be in something eventually.
He said it was true. I'm in nothing.
I'm saving you for a special occasion.
I'm in nothing.
Well, maybe someday.
Someday.
You got D for what you're grateful for.
Here's a giant mushroom from Kramer. Oh, that's not enough.
I have one. It's at the farm.
What letter am I? D.
Something you're grateful for.
No, I'm not on D. Am I in D?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. D for D that I think I'm dumb, but I'm really not.
You're grateful that you're not dumb.
That made no sense, but that was not what I wanted to say. But anyway, I don't think I am. But I am. But I'm not. But I'm not. But I am. But I'm not.
But we are. Everybody is sometimes. For E, I'm gonna say for I'm grateful for everybody I saw this summer so far, and how I got to see and nobody came to me to fight me yet, all summer, which I'm grateful for that.
F. F is for frogs. If you see a frog, it's a good thing.
You hear them in your trees? I have frogs in my trees.
I think in the suburbs of where I live, if you have a frog, it's a good thing.
Okay.
Frogs are good things. I mean, that's all I gotta say is frogs. Okay.
For G, I'm saying I'm grateful that I got to know my grandparents, especially my grandparents Griffin, who I got to know really well growing up. Luckily, not everybody gets to do that with their grandparents, so I'm grateful for my grandparents. They're not around anymore, although I talk to them like they are, like in the room with me pretty much every day. But they're not around right now. But I'm grateful that I got to know my grandparents.
Grandparents, it's tough to go there. You can go musically, Iron Butterfly, but I'm just gonna go. It's not the same letter. I always like to put I. It's the letter I. It's not iodine. It's I know it's the word E. Gonna kind of use switch it up. What it is, it's in the eye of the beholder, even though it's not eye, it's in the eye of the beholder.
That's a whole philosophical statement. The eye of the beholder, but spelled I instead of I.
Well, I'm trying to get that way. All right, okay, we're gonna go with iodine then. It's good for you if you get something on. Well, you change this.
No, we're still doing stuff we're grateful for. You're grateful for iodine.
Iodine.
It saved like multiple generations before us. To be alive, we have like 4,700.
Oh, I have a subject. I have a subject. I should cut into the chase. I'll do the end of the story if you want to be alive.
For Jay, I'm gonna say I'm grateful for jelly, grape jelly, essentially, mostly, but strawberry jelly too. But grape jelly. Because that goes on my sandwiches.
Jelly sandwich. Well, it's just grape jelly.
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that Amy made for me. It was so
Last
good.
night, dude.
Ain't nobody getting as good as grape jelly sandwich as I get. But
well, I got a quiz question for everybody who was watching the show.
Yeah,
but it's not over yet. I have a quiz question for everybody.
Let's ask him now, and then we can If we ask them now, then maybe
I
they'll.
forgot what I was trying to say though. How did I say it earlier? Okay.
J for Jerry is a good one for Jerry.
She's playing the cars in the background. She hates the cars, but she's playing it. Things in our lifetimes that we had that later in life we knew they were no good for you. Or you knew, or not that you knew, it's things that you had as a younger kid that you would never do again, or it's not good for you, or
But we enjoyed it at the time.
I know. We had a conversation.
That could be a deep comment. That could be a whole show.
I like shows.
We got a lot. You know, we're only going to make the 200 if we have 40 more 40 more shows at least. We don't want to have a goal. We're just doing these shows to do them, folks, and we're glad that people are tuning in. I spoke, and
It's like, what was the thing we came up with earlier? It's not like.
What was that one we did? Well, we had a segment. It was like 1 second of something or 6 seconds of. See, I don't remember. We write stuff down. I stopped taking notes weeks ago because I feel like we just do it now.
Yeah, I wish I had a lot of money in a helicopter. I'd be at Lollapalooza. The 30 Seconds to Mars is a great band tonight. And 1975. Yeah, I wish
Do you have Hulu?
Yeah, Lollapalooza.
Do you have Hulu? I bet it's on YouTube too, actually.
But the cars are playing in the background. It's good for me. I can do anything, but I'm outside of Chicagoland. I can Lollapalooza land.
No, they don't have a live thing on YouTube. You have to have Hulu.
He got them hype. Big cheers for Mayor Brandon Johnson, who took the stage at Lollapalooza tonight to introduce headliner Billie Eilish.
Well, the Taylor Swift effect, the NASCAR street race, and now Lollapalooza.
So how much of a financial boost does the
You
Florida
know where he's
Festival
going
bring
tonight,
to the
John,
city?
though? Not Lollapalooza. Nancy and my buddy Rich and I can go. Really cheap ticket. I don't care about the cheap ticket. I don't know for that. To see a government mule playing Pink Floyd and Jason Bottom playing Zeppelin tonight.
Yeah.
And because, yeah.
It'd be fantastic. They played in Indianapolis last night. Friends of mine had shared pictures from there. I didn't know about the shows until like the other day.
I can honestly say that if I had the money, that I don't like driving anymore at night. I know when you get older, John, I don't like that.
No.
I don't like driving.
One thing I am grateful for is that this is our show and we can do pretty much whatever we want. Right? Is that how it goes? Let me see. I want to show you. This is a picture of my grandpa real quick. He's on a horse back in the day when that was his first truck, was that horse. But anyway, I think we should probably call it a zone here pretty soon, Phil. And I mean, you can talk. If this will even play, of course. No, it won't play. Everything is.
All right, call it a night. Good night.
I'm working on it. But see, this is the way it works for me when it comes to.
You can call it off, and we'll talk later.
Well, we will talk. But this has got to work. Come on.
You got a helicopter? If I had a drone, I'd pick you guys all up over so I can show.
Love you, John. Love the Phil and Jon Zone, and signing off. All right. It's the Phil and Jon Zone.
Bill says
We can do whatever we want.
I even have a mute button. Watch this.
I'm out here. I'm going to
over that now.
the other side of the Phil and Jon Zone. Thanks for coming on the show. Much love. Peace.
Big thanks all over the place.
I'm just giving you some outro music. Phil and Jon Show. Send me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. With commentary that's rich and deep now. And none of the topics that will creep you out. Sound of Jon Show. You ought to know.